just like a one big cloud of BO, probably. I hate the moon landing conspiracy. I really do, because...
Why? Not every great movie from back in the day needs a remake.
Sounds like that guy needs a wedgie.
Don't wait. Take care of your mental health. Take control of the cards that you was dealt. You can make it far, hey, don't doubt yourself. Every time you fail, just take it as a win. Keep in mind we all learning.
Hey, welcome back to the Cayvin Universe podcast. We are back together again after our special episode last week with my brother. If you didn't see that, go check that out. What do we got going on this week?
Well, right now we're recording this actually on the night of Coachella. So we are looking forward to Justin Bieber. I say we, but it's mainly me.
We were waiting on the JB performance.
Yeah. I just think like Coachella is just such like a unique experience, and you have to be like a certain type of like person to be able to genuinely enjoy that, because I feel like right now, like who we are, like I just know we would have a terrible time at Coachella if we were there in person.
We were just talking about that. If there's anybody that's been to Coachella or going to Coachella this year, please contact us. We would love to have you on the podcast via Zoom or anything like that to share your experience. Because, we were just talking about that. Even with, like, Burning Man, I'm like, these festivals seem like they'd be so fun to go to. But me, the type of personality I am, I'd be so miserable the whole time. I'd have, like, spurts of like, oh, this is cool here and there, but the majority of the rest of the time I'd be miserable. The waiting in lines, the expensive, everything's expensive, just being overstimulated with just the amount of people around. You already know I don't like being around a lot of people, and then there's just people everywhere. They literally look like we watched the live stream of Coachella, and just everybody, they look like the crazy ants that have been taking over Texas. They just like don't even have a trail. Everybody's just moving on random. I'd be so like, get me out of here. If I can teleport, and I can teleport into Coachella right in front of the stage when somebody's performing and then teleport out, that would be the experience.
Yeah, that sounds super ideal. It's just like, imagine like waiting in the super long lines. Like I seriously have, when it comes to Coachella, I have like zero FOMO, thankfully. And so I feel like that's why I'm just like, I can genuinely just like indulge in the TikTok videos. So,
right, you appreciate it.
Yes, exactly. So I'm watching all of that, but then you see like the terrible side of it, like people waiting in line to take a shower in the little portable showers that they freaking offer. They wait in line for like 2 hours, and then once you're done with that, you can go buy a meal of chicken tenders and fries for $22. So it's like, what?
And I bet you everywhere you're walking around in freaking Coachella,
I smell butt ass.
It probably smells like butt ass everywhere.
Yeah, just think, not everybody's going to be waiting in those long lines of showers. So they're going to be like
one big cloud of BO, probably.
They're like, I'm not showering this whole weekend. Sounds terrible.
People are like, oh, I'll just do the old baby wipes. It's like, that's not the same.
Give them a horse bath?
Yes, do the whole horse. Ugh.
Yeah. Ew. No, but on the bright side, we said, we're just waiting for Justin Bieber. Sabrina Carpenter was last night. Who's headlining the third night? I don't know.
Oh, really?
I've just really been looking forward to Justin Bieber. So, yeah.
He's headlining tomorrow, chat. See, that's why we needed to do live streaming soon so we can ask the chat. But I'm sure, we have to wait before that till we actually have a crowd. I'm sure if we did live streaming now, nobody would show up. Yeah. It's all right because we're all watching Coachella live right now. No.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people that are for sure, but I vote.
Wait, what?
I was just gonna say I vote Coachella any year.
Couchella, yeah, I like the Couchella. We have, and then when we do burn piles out here, we live in the country anyway. We do our own Burning Man like every week. Well, anyway, speaking of which, we were also talking about the Artemis 2 thing.
Yes,
there was something I was gonna bring up that you just said that was gonna go into a good segue there, but we'll just go ahead and say the Artemis 2. What do you think?
They've already came and went from the moon.
Before we released another episode, they already came and went. But we actually did, before I did the episode with my brother, we actually did record an episode, but we didn't have it out on time before I wanted to do my brother, so that's just going to become a lost episode. We're like 3 lost episodes now on Patreon. That's why I'm saying, guys, I hate to start already with the plug, but Patreon is worth it. For $1 a month, you're at least gonna get 2 to 3 lost episodes a month on top of all the other extra stuff.
Yeah.
For we have a $5 extra tier for Jobber Circle that I'm throwing like a bunch of old Jobber Circle videos on. But anyway, that's just a quick plug. But we technically did do an episode around April Fools, so that will that'll be lost in the catalog for Patreon. But now that they're back.
Yeah. I saw somebody say that they ordered a package that's coming from China, and the Artemis 2 went to the moon and got back home faster than her package arrived.
Yes, and I guess I didn't I guess I didn't look into it enough because that's how it just there's so much news, and not only is there news, is there so much like AI shit, there's so much fake shit, there's so many fake stories
Yeah.
that now when I hear about something, I like wait. I like don't even like bring it up to anybody. I don't even like think about it. I wait. Like, let's wait 3 days and see if people are still like, is this still news? Or let's wait a week. And then, so by the time I'm like, oh, okay, they're really doing this. They're really going to go around the moon and blah, blah. I thought that they were actually landing on the moon. And then, of course, when you start paying attention more, you're like, oh, they're just like they're just doing a flyby.
Yeah. That's the sus part of it, because how are you going to tell me that years ago we could go and step on the moon, but in 2026 with all this advanced technology and all of this time to prepare, why couldn't we step on the moon again?
Then that's the I hate that. I hate I hate the moon landing conspiracy. I really do, because
Why?
it's just people just like that's like I feel like the moon landing conspiracy is like the number one, like is like level 1 conspiracy. It's like, oh, the moon landing was fake. So it's just like everybody just talks out of their ass with it. It's like, oh, it was fake because of this. No, it was real because of this. No, it was fake because of this. No, it was real because, like, I don't give a either we win or I land in the middle. I feel like, yes, we went, but I feel like the footage, yes, it could have been fake because, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's maybe, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's such a blank conspiracy. It's like, I don't know, like, if we did, we didn't, like, so then what happens if we didn't?
I honestly think that it is such a big deal, because that's what I mean. Like, I think I have to slightly disagree with you, because that's like a big thing to lie about. It's
exactly.
Like, I
you
don't
have
know
40,000 people that are not one whistleblower that said it was fake, and then we were actually in a race with Russia to see who could go to the moon first, and Russia was actually tracking us and was like, oh yeah, they went up there. That's why I believe that we did actually go up there and we possibly did land on it, but I don't think. That's why I think some of the footage is fake. I don't think we're out there playing hopscotch and driving a freaking car
and placing a flag.
Maybe the flag. I don't know. See, there's some that's like, okay, really, like we were freaking driving a car around there in the hopscotch. But then again, that could still be. I mean, if we landed there, then might as well get out and hop around.
Yeah, which again comes to like my point is that, like, why couldn't Artemis 2 do it?
Because before they landed on the moon in 1969, they did dozens, or at least a dozen, of flyby missions just like that. Testing the water, seeing the atmosphere, and they didn't just say, like, we're going to the moon, and they just went to the moon.
Yeah.
They did a bunch of test flights basically just like that.
So before 1969?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Apparently. Because, yeah, again, Russia was trying to get to the moon just as quick, so
Yeah.
if we didn't go to the moon, Russia would have went to the moon. So it's like... But then again, that's it. There is weird things about it, which is why I think there's maybe I'm too harsh on why I hate it. Maybe why I hate it is because, like, yeah, we kind of don't know, and if we did know, like, what would change?
Yeah.
You know, because if Russia was like trying to race us to the moon, did they go to the moon after? Can you look that up?
Oh yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Oh, we didn't get the keyboard.
Oh. Did Russia ever make it to the moon?
Yeah, because you would think they went to the moon after us. If not, they were just like, "Oh, the U.S. went to the moon. We just not. We're not
give
gonna."
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Landed several. robotic spacecraft. I guess they never. Oh yeah. See, no Russian or Soviet astronaut has ever walked on the moon. Yeah, they canceled. Look, a planned crew program was canceled in the 1970s, which was shortly after.
Okay, if I'm gonna what people call it now instead of conspiracy, because let's face it, a lot of conspiracies have turned out to be true, so it's not really called a conspiracy theory. It's called tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
So if I had to put on my tinfoil hat, I would say that yes, we went to the moon, but the footage was fake because when we did go to the moon, we found some shit that was like, we can't show this.
I see.
So, but then again, look,
That's
Artemis just
even
flew
crazier.
by and they literally took a picture on the opposite side of the moon. There's no alien base. There's no nothing. There's no moon monsters. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. But then again, that could be a lot. We don't even know what's truth anymore, people.
They were able to get really good pictures. And then the one astronaut that named the crater, the light crater, after his late wife.
Oh, no, that was cute.
It was really sweet.
Yeah. So, we'd like to think that these are all good people. These are all smart people, and this is all legit. But, oh my God, what the things that have been coming out, people, like,
Yeah.
what is even real anymore? And then this whole alien with UFOs. You got TMZ. That's what I was just telling you. I was like, yeah, I've already known for years. So many reputable people have talked about UFOs, but now that TMZ is talking about UFOs, everyone's like, wait, UFOs are real? It's
I
like they've
hate
been telling us
TMZ.
this. The government's been telling us this for years. But now the TMZ sharing, now everyone's like, oh, maybe these UFO things are real. And it's like, again, it's like, maybe I'm just tired of all these space conspiracies because I've been thinking about these since I was a child. It's like, if they're real, like, then what? We still gotta go to work. We still gotta pay
True.
bills. They're not gonna save us.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about UFO people, like, that I always call bullshit on. Because, like, if you've seen a UFO before, you like, oh, I just saw this and this was flying by and this and that. Like, okay, I'll probably believe you. But if you're one of those people that are these UFO people, they're like, oh, they're always coming to me and they're always showing themselves to me and they're always dancing in front of me in the sky because they're here for me and they know that I'm special and I communicate with. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You really think they give a shit about us if they're real? Like, come on.
That's true. I know what type of people you're talking about, and it is really just like how like what's the word I'm trying to think? Which is just like
Selfish?
how selfish of you.
Conceited.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like, no, like they don't care to communicate with you. Like they're just flying by. You know, but I kind of just been going off of that. Yeah, because I mean that's just a big thing. Or I mean, this is the I'm gonna have to cut this off for the Patreon for an extended, but it's like, or there goes the like alien like and like religion mix, because like among these UFOs, these whistleblowers that are coming out. By the way, like, have you heard about like the 9 scientists that have gone missing or related to UFO? These are like Bob Lazar type scientists, but in today's age, because Bob Lazar worked in Area 51 for like in the 80s or early 90s, but there's like modern scientists that had to deal with working with UFOs and aliens and all this stuff that have just they've either shown up or they're missing, and there's like 9 of them, and it's kind of weird. Like, were they going to be the whistleblowers? And I mean, because if you follow that John Kerry guy on TikTok or have seen his videos, you know they see capable of some crazy shit. And if they want you out, they want you out.
You like you said, like if that was a thing back then, I just feel like to hush people is like become so like I think modernized. Like you said, Bob Lazar, that could have been Bob Lazar in the 80s, but that wasn't like a big thing back then. Like people didn't use violence like how they do now.
Exactly.
Which is really sad.
So that's the crazy thing. And it's like, and then you have these like whistleblowers coming out saying, I've been briefed, you know, like this one guy, he was like, I've been briefed on every letter from every letter agency. Like he's talking about like, you know, because all these agencies are letter.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been briefed by every letter agency. And he's like, and he's like, the public needs to know. And he's like, but they won't let the public know, because he goes, if the public knew, and it kind of reminded me of what Michelle said when found out stuff, because he goes, if the public knew what we know about aliens and UFOs, it would keep them up at night and they wouldn't be able to sleep.
That video still is crazy. Like if it ever comes up again, is literally her talking about that some of the stuff that would come across President Obama's desk, and that he would go home and like tell her confidently about it, that she'd keep it confidential, and she was like, it's the stuff that keeps you up at night.
Yes. And ironically, it revolves around the 3i Atlas. Remember, everybody was talking about the 3i Atlas. Oh, they're in the atmosphere. They passed Mars. They passed the moon. Now they're going around the sun. And then we never heard about it again. But then all of a sudden, war breaks out. All these meteors are coming to Earth. And all. Like I said, if I had to put my tinfoil hat, something's up.
Yeah.
But it's like, but then again, that's why you get frustrated as just a regular human. Is you're just like, but then if there's something in this and that and this and there's this and there's this, what could we really do? We're ants.
Yeah.
We're ants in the grand scheme of things. So that's what kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it makes me just want to like, see, but you don't want to have to give up. But it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
No, I was just thinking we should have a whole segment where we go on like conspiracy, where you go on like conspiracy dives, or like if I have something and we just pass around the tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
Make it a thing. It's like our thing.
Yes. Anyway, speaking of which, on to better topics, we got our merch here. Check this out.
Yes.
Look at that. We had to talk
Finally.
about that. Yeah, finally we got some samples of our merch so we can make sure they are good quality merchandise. So yeah, we got my favorite actual logo. Might need to go back to this, the throwback negative logo.
Yeah.
And then of course we got the Cayvin Universe logo with the eye. We might need to come out with a version of this that doesn't have our logo, kind of just like this, doesn't have our name. But for now, if you want to support us, either one of these shirts and like right here.
Oh yeah.
So this is just a show because it's weird on the website. It's called Oxford Black, but this is like my favorite color. It's like a maroonish purple.
I even complimented the color right away.
Yes, I love this. So for this maroonish purple shirt, it's kind of black, but that's why it's called Oxford Black, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, official Cayvin Universe merch, and you know it's official if it has the official seal right there, the official Cayvin Universe seal. This is actually soft, 100% ring spun cotton, very soft. You know, a lot of these other podcasts and even bands and stuff, you know, they do the cheapest merch, the cheapest material. So they can maximize profit. We didn't do that. No, we chose to have the better material, to have the better printing, to have, you know, the official seal logo on the tag of our shirt. And we're going to be coming out with many more designs. And like I said, these are very comfortable. And they're not going to give you that boxy square pants look.
No.
Like even like WWE merch does. I hate that.
Yes. Quality merchandise.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Enough of that. But that was technically a plug. We'll throw that in, include that as a plug. So while we're at it, patreon.com/Cave.
Get yours today. Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick point about something, and it's just the fact that, like, I wanted to just confidently say, like, not every, like, great movie from back in the day needs a remake. So I recently learned that 13 Going on 30 is trying to do a remake, and that is personally one of my favorite movies. Like, growing up, I love that movie, and I can't wait for my 30th birthday because I want that theme, you know? So it's just like, it's always just been so iconic. And I recently learned that they're attempting to do like a remake, and they've kind of like already casted for it. And that's just kind of like, thank you for that, because that's exactly how I feel. It's just like, not everything needs a remake. Like, you can just leave it as it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. No, that was one of my mom's favorite movies too. And yeah, like, how would they even remake it nowadays? See, that's kind of hard because, yeah, you technically can, because, like, there's no such thing. Wasn't she working for, like, a magazine company?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do that now. What is she going to be working for now? If I could, social media companies, she can be working for TikTok?
See, that's what I mean. It won't be the same.
She could be a TikToker?
I just feel like these remakes just, like, kind of, like...
Hold on. These remakes kind of what?
These remakes just kind of, like, put a damper on, like, the original.
Yes, remakes is just because they don't know what to make anymore.
Yeah.
Because freaking YouTube and TikTok is more popular than Hollywood right now. You want to make a movie about this podcast. Yes. And then, speaking of Hollywood and shows and movies and all that bullshit, Euphoria.
Yes, Euphoria. I'm so excited. It comes back tomorrow from the day we're recording right now. So I just feel like I'm genuinely so excited for it, but there's just like a lot of things that are going to bother me. And this, of course, Eric Dane is going to be in it very briefly, because I don't think he got to record very much, but now he's gone. And, no Eric Dane, I would say no Angus Cloud, because he was unfortunately gone before they even started recording and filming. Yeah. And so, I did hear, though, that there was something along the lines that somebody asked Sam Levinson, the creator of the show, like, how are they going to, like, honor him? And that apparently, if I understood correctly, they're not going to, like, kill him off. They're going to make it seem like he's, like, on phone calls, like they call him. You know what I mean?
You do some AI shit with that, or what?
That's what I'm wondering, if they AI him or something. But then there's just, like, Barbie Ferreira. There's, like, another, like, cast member that's not going to be there. And then Labyrinth, that's another one.
Oh, yeah, is that the
Labyrinth
one that was
music.
like the webcam girl or what?
Yeah, she was the webcam girl, yes.
Yeah.
And she basically, yes. I really liked her character too, but she just basically came out and said, like, yeah, it's a hit show on HBO, but the show wasn't giving her, like, the full potential, or, like, showing her full potential as an actress. So
oh, God.
that, I guess I can understand.
Well, we'll never see her again.
No, she's in other stuff.
Why does it look like my fucking glasses?
I don't know.
Like, weird.
She's just in other stuff. And then no Labyrinth, that's like a big thing too, is like the Labyrinth music isn't going to be a deal, which, a part of it, which made like a huge deal, I would say, in like the first few seasons. So it's just going to be, it's really going to be a hit or miss. I feel we'll see how it is, but I'm excited for it.
Nice. So. Well, that ought to be fun. We'll see how it goes. Let's watch some reels. We got a lot of reels.
Okay.
If you're listening on audio, We encourage you to keep listening on audio. We appreciate it. We love you guys. But yeah, come back later and check out video for some of these reels here. Well, you got the, speaking of, we'll show that, you got the dirty water. Yeah. I call that the India water. It's my special mixed drink because it literally is my special mixed drink that looks like this. As you're drinking that India water.
Sound effects.
That India water. I love you guys in India. Probably our biggest supporters, honestly. That's why we gotta at least show one India video every week or so.
Helicopter, helicopter. Helicopter, helicopter.
Would you drink that? I'd try it.
I would not drink that flea juice.
The flea juice. I was just asking you. I was like, man. I was just telling you. I was like, people. I was like, people like this stuff. I was like, look, and I was trying to show you a review, and I was like, look. I was like, people like this stuff, and so they just see.
It's the front. It tastes like a fart. Rocket soda, straight from India.
That tastes like a fart.
It tastes like a fart. Yeah, that's honestly what it looks like. It looks like giving you heartburn. Like, why does it have so much pepper in it?
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Have you seen this guy? Poor guy. So do you know who this guy is? I've shown you videos, and I didn't download one before, but we'll play it here. He's that guy that I showed you that has been dancing. He does this like anime dance, and he's been dancing, and he's gonna dance every day until he finds a girlfriend. And he's been dancing for like over 2,000 days. So I guess they finally, this channel or this YouTuber finally put a YouTuber. What is it called now? Because what is it called when these TikTokers do that? They do the pop the balloon shit. I'm getting old. Or they do the pop the balloon, and they like get people in these warehouses.
Yeah.
And they like have like little freaking games and stuff.
I think it's just for content, but
yes. Honestly, a lot of like TikTokers get famous that way. But anyway, so yeah, you have all these anime girls or whatever, and yeah.
If you do not want to be part of the one-on-one dates, walk off now. Nice look, open your eyes.
so still nobody wanted to go on a date with him. At some point, it's like, just let him have a date.
Yeah, at this point, like, bro.
Like, there's no point in trying, like, it's not forever. Somebody. Like, just go on a date and him.
There has to be somebody.
Break the streak.
And then the bros in the comments that want to, like, be supportive, they want to, they're not really, I don't know. Because, yeah, it's just like, they want to be supportive, but they're like, bro, like, you had 2,000 days to go to the gym. You had 2,000 days to like work on your physique, to work on your look. And I know I'm no handsome chicken, but it's just like, bro, like I have my soulmate. So it's just like, bro, like if you're trying to find somebody, like you got to work on yourself a little bit, like with all due respect.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that shouldn't be a reason. I'm such like
you expect, you just find a girl that loves him how he is, and it's like, yeah, but you gotta love yourself too at the same time.
That's true. You're right. He's not showing
like,
enough
when we
love
met, I was actively working out, and
yeah.
if you're single, like work out. Like that was like the thing. Like, I mean, even when I would go on dates, I would just be like, oh, let's go to the gym together, and then we did a gym date together. Just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whether you do that or whether you, I don't know, just find some other hobby, playing sports, playing basketball, like playing disc golf, something. Like, there's many ways to play pickleball.
Yeah.
Like,
poor guy.
If you really want a girl, the secret is, I had a roommate tell me, he goes, if you really want to find a girl, he goes, the secret is you go to the bar closest to, like, a homeless shelter or a women's shelter. You're gonna go to a bar closest to. I was like, what? And he's like, dude. He's like, because chances are, if you know, yeah, there's a lot of like clean people, but chances are they're trying to get before they go to the homeless shelter. So you're gonna find a chick that's there and she's drinking and stuff, and you know, she's on the, I guess, bad side of things, and then she honestly doesn't want to stay in the homeless shelter, so she'll want to go home with you. It's like, what? You're over here picking up homeless chicks?
That sounds like what?
Yes.
Oh God.
Like, yeah, the only thing you gotta worry about is, you know, if she is on the dark side of things, she might steal a couple things from you, but you know, at least you had a good time. It's
she
like,
might steal your wallet. That's crazy.
Oh God, good times, good times. What else do we have here?
And you're disjoined from the audio here, right? Yeah, it should be. Let me see. Sorry.
Mariah, did I make this up?
No.
5 seconds. 1 second. You don't have to go far. You're disjoined. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Okay. False alarm.
No, it wasn't a false alarm.
False negative. Sorry.
Yes. Don't joke around. I'm serious about this. It was happening. Again.
I understand. I'm just saying I can't see it, sir.
We're good. Thank you. Get out of my courtroom. Find his supervisor. Jesus Christ.
Sick and tired of this bullshit today.
Sounds like someone was just a little upset they couldn't solve a minor technical issue.
Sounds like that guy needs a wedgie. I'd give that judge a wedgie. If you talk to me like that.
Right? Like the IT guy was just like, oh, like it was kind of funny, like, you know, I was in and out, and he literally was like, you don't need to go far. Like he knew exactly what was wrong. But the judge literally was just so like boomer-esque that he was just like, oh,
This
you
is why I
know.
don't like to do. Yeah, this is why I just freaking don't even want a job anymore where I have to deal with people, because it's like people would just do unnecessary shit like that. Like, bro, just you wanted to search your dominance and be like, no, it's not all right. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I'll give you a wedgie.
He said, find his supervisor.
I'll put your head in the toilet and give you a swirly. How about
I
that?
give you a wet willy.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was that guy, he'd be like, no, no. Oh, God.
So you gonna just break my shit? So you gonna just break my shit? So you gonna just break my shit? So you gonna break my shit?
What?
That's the new jam. So you gonna break my shit? So you gonna break my shit? Somebody prove Mr. Beast never gonna be broke. Because the whole time she's breaking the thing, Mr. Beast
never messes up.
Yeah, look at him.
So you gonna just break my shit? So you gonna just break my shit? So you gonna just break my shit? So you gonna break my shit?
Mr. Beast just smiling the whole time.
Oh my God. And you say I'm crazy.
Oh, God.
At least I never do shit like that.
I know, right? Yeah, you never tried to stab me or punch me. You never broke my nose. Like
I've
I have
never
messed up
broken your
cartilage.
nose. Yeah, you literally have a popping nose. And I was not a part of it.
Yeah.
But I'm crazy, right?
I was talking to a
I'm the
girl
crazy
and
one.
she was walking away from me and I was like, hey, and she turned around and just went, ooh! And I was like,
Why I oughta.
what was that from?
kidding.
Why I oughta. Yeah. So, be careful, crazy bitches out there. You know. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Oh no. We're gonna miss Biebercella.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do Biebercella. How long have we been going for?
I don't know.
33 minutes, probably a little longer, so.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a good catch-up app. We always say that.
Every episode is a catch-up.
Yeah, and that's how these episodes end up on Patreon, because I'm like, I freaking don't feel like it's any good, so I'm like, I'm not going to edit it. And then 5 days going by, and I'm like, I still haven't edited
We
it.
just got to get to 200. We just need to just spit it out. I know, yeah, we can't just, we got to stop ghosting
Wait, we gotta
episodes.
spit it out, what?
That's what she said.
No, never spit it out.
What is this?
$500 a day, but you randomly shit yourself once a day. You taking the money? Be honest.
$500 a day when you're ready. I would seriously wake up and just I'd have my own. I'd turn the bathroom into an office. I'd have a desk on my computer. I have my whole setup, and I would just sit on the toilet waiting till I shat. Be like, literally sit there, and it might be 12 o'clock, might be 1 o'clock, might be 5 o'clock, might be 8 o'clock. I would sit there until I randomly shat myself for the day, and then I'd be like, well, there's my $500.
That's a good way to do it. I think I would say I'm making $500 today. I can sure as hell afford a pack of diapers.
Oh, okay. You just walk around in
I would
diapers.
just walk around in a diaper.
No, I would definitely not go anywhere until I shit myself for that day. I'd be like, we gotta cancel our afternoon appointment. I shit myself this morning.
No. See, that's why you just gotta have diapers go on about your day, and then when it happens, just no reaction.
There's no reaction. Just walk around like Trump. Just walk around like shitting yourself all day. Diaper.
Oh God, it depends.
Imagine 10 years from now, someone's gonna come out and be like, "I changed diaper." Ooh. What train is that? Looks like some out of Resident Evil.
Oh, he must be.
He's controlling the train with his thoughts. He's like, the reason why I gathered you all here today. All right, yeah, we got to get out of here. Good catch up, Pep.
Yes.
We're about to hit our music, but before we got to listen to this music.
Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. I think of her every time I hit the hookah. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh, good God. What are we even doing with this podcast?
Oh, my God.
Oh. If you made it this far, we love you. We appreciate you. Do us a favor, just help out whatever you can, whether it's a like, whether it's a comment, whether it's a subscribe,
Whether it's a merch,
check out Cayvin.com, check out our merch. I think you can use code, is it Cayvin for free shipping? If not, I'll double check and I'll put it up here. Use this code for free shipping. They'll save you a little cabbage. And then, yeah, support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Cayvin. You can support us for free on there. You get uncensored extended episodes for free. And $1 a month gets you all our bonus and lost episodes. We're going to definitely release a new episode this week on Patreon. So. Anyway, hit the music. Later.